Hello students, in part 6 video lecture of chapter solution, you will be study towards ideal and non-ideal solutions. Type of non-ideal solution, that is solution showing positive deviations and solution showing negative deviation. First of all, note towards ideal solution. A solution is said to be ideal solution which obeys Raoult's law in the entire concentration range and at all temperature. So in short we can say that such solution which follow Raoult's law known as ideal solution, and such solutions which unable to follow Raoult's law known as non-ideal solution. So for the ideal solution, as you know that partial pressure of component A, that is volatile in nature, is equal to P naught A into XA. Similarly, partial pressure of component B in the solution is equal to P naught B into XB. Therefore, total vapor pressure of solution P is equal to PA plus PB. On putting the value, we get P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB, where XA and XB are the mole fraction of component A and B respectively. P naught A, P naught B are the vapor pressure of pure component in liquid phase. An ideal solution results when both the components are identical in molecular size, in structure, and have almost same intermolecular forces. Here we will study towards binary solution. Therefore, here two components are taken. A solution of two component A and B will be an ideal if forces between A and B are nearly of the same magnitude between A and A, and B and B. So here A and A taking the particles of solvent, B and B taking the particle of solute. So if we consider the interaction in solvent molecule, we will write this one as AA. Interaction between solute particle, we will write BB. An ideal solution possesses the following characteristics also besides obeying Raoult's law. For the ideal solution, it is necessary that change in volume of mixing, that is, when solute and solvent mixed to form the solution, at that time volume of solution should be equal to the sum of volume of solute and solvent. In such situation, delta V mix means change in volume of mixing is equal to 0. For example, when 100 ml of benzene is mixed with 80 ml of toluene, the total volume of solution is found to be 180 ml. It means that before adding solute and solvent to form solution, if we add the volume, then it will be equal to 180 ml. After dissolution of both components to form solution, the volume should be also equal to 180 ml. In such situation, delta V will be equal to 0 because volume of solute and solvent before the solution is found to be equal to volume of solute and solvent in the mixture that is in the solution. Second point, heat change on mixing two components to form a solution should be 0. That is delta H mixing is equal to 0. It means that before the formation of solution, whatever the enthalpy of solute and solvent separately should be equal to enthalpy of solution. So in such situation, change in enthalpy of mixing is equal to 0. Neither heat is evolved nor absorbed when the solution is prepared. Third point, there should be no chemical reaction between solvent and solute. If solvent and solute react to each other, then that solution is not found to be ideal. Fourth point is, solute molecules should not dissociate in the ideal solution. Fifth point is, solute molecule should not associate in an ideal solution. So in short, we can say that if the solution is ideal, at that time change in volume of mixing should be equal to 0. Change in enthalpy of mixing should also be equal to 0. Solute and solvent should not be dissociate or associate during the formation of solution. There is no solution which is perfectly ideal. The following are the some binary mixture, that is solution, which show properties of ideal solution, like benzene and toluene, carbon tetrachloride and silicon tetrachloride, normal hexane and normal heptane, ethylene dibromide and ethylene dichloride, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene, ethyl chloride and ethyl bromide. Here it should be noted that all solution approach ideal behavior on successive dilution. In this figure related to the ideal solution. Here on x-axis mole fraction of solute and solvent taken, and y-axis vapor pressure of solute and solvent in the pure form are taken. In left side, if mole fraction of solvent is equal to 1, at that time mole fraction of solute equal to 0. When we move forward, that in right direction at x-axis, the mole fraction of solvent become equal to 0 and mole fraction of solute become equal to 1. At the y-axis left side, vapor pressure of pure solvent taken, and right side y-axis vapor pressure of pure solute is taken. Between vapor pressure of pure solvent and vapor pressure of pure solute, the straight line are given. This line, which initiate from XA is equal to 1 to P naught B, related to the partial pressure of component B in the solution, that is line number second, and line number first, this is related to the partial pressure of component A in the solution. Between between vapor pressure of pure solvent and vapor pressure of pure solute, one line is given. This line indicate the total pressure of solution, that is P is equal to PA plus PB. It means that for the ideal solution, vapor pressure of component A and B in the solution lies between vapor pressure of pure solvent and vapor pressure of pure solute. Both points P naught A and P naught B, it is clear that from the figure that the vapor pressure of solution of different composition in case of ideal solution lies between vapor pressure of pure components, that is vapor pressure of pure component A and vapor pressure of pure component B. If we take the total pressure of solution, then P is equal to total pressure of solution, then P is equal to PA plus PB. If we put the value, we will get the equation for ideal solution. So here P is equal to PA plus PB. As we know that PA is equal to P naught A into XA, PB is equal to P naught B into XB. So P, that is the total pressure of solution, will be equal to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. As you know that mole fraction of solute plus solvent is equal to 1. Therefore, at the place of PB, at the place of XA, mole fraction of solvent, we may take 1 minus XB. Therefore, we may write vapor pressure of solution P is equal to P naught A 1 in bracket 1 minus XB. So at the place of XA, we writing here 1 minus XB, because mole fraction of solvent plus mole fraction of solute is equal to found to be equal to 1. Therefore, we taking this term plus P naught B into XB. So if we solve, we will get the common XB. So XB, total pressure of solution P will be equal to XB in bracket P naught B minus P naught A plus P naught A. This equation is of the type y is equal to mx plus c, in which here the m is the slope and c is the intercept of y-axis. Now, non-ideal solution. Non-ideal solution are such solution which unable to follow Raoult's law. That is, the solution which do not obey Raoult's law are known as non-ideal solution. So for the non-ideal solution, PA means partial pressure of component A is not equal to P naught A into XA. Similarly, partial pressure of component B not equal to P naught B into XB. Second point, heat is either absorbed or evolved. In the case of ideal solution, heat is neither evolved or not absorbed. But in the case of non-ideal solution, heat may be absorbed during the formation of solution, may be evolved during the formation of solution. So, if we consider the change in enthalpy, it is not found to be equal to 0 in case of non-ideal solution. So, for the if the solution is non-ideal, at that time change in enthalpy of mixing is not found to be equal to 0. Next point, for the non-ideal solution, change in volume of mixing. After solution formation, volume may be increased, may be decreased as compared to the additive volume of solute and solvent before the formation of solution. So here, change in volume of mixing is not equal to 0. Similarly, in the case of non-ideal solution, the solute may be associate or dissociate. Third point, that is in the case of third point, the change in volume is not equal to 0. That is total volume of solution not equal to the volume of solute plus volume of solvent. Non-ideal solution are further classified into two categories. First one, non-ideal solution showing positive deviation from ideality. Suppose this is the ideal line, then upside is positive direction, downside negative direction. So may be possible the non-ideal solution show the positive deviation from ideality, may be negative deviation from the ideality. So first of all, know towards solution showing positive deviation. In a non-ideal solution with positive deviation, the partial pressure of each component in is greater than the vapor pressure as expected according to Raoult's law. So in short, we can say that in the case of positive deviation, the vapor pressure of each component is found to be greater than as compared to the components in the case of ideal solution. So here partial pressure of component A is greater than P naught A into XA, partial pressure of component B greater than P naught B XB. So finally vapor pressure of solution is greater than P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. Positive deviation is shown in this figure. Here at x-axis mole fractions are taken and y-axis vapor pressure of pure components are taken. In left side x-axis, when the mole fraction of component is taken equal to 1, at that time mole fraction of component B is found to be equal to 0, because mole fraction of component A plus mole fraction of component B is equal to 1. Here we taking the mole fraction of component equal to 1, at that time the mole fraction of component B will be equal to 0. So when we move forward, means right side, a time comes that mole fraction of component A become equal to 0, at that time mole fraction of component B become equal to 1. At y-axis left side, vapor pressure of pure component A is taken, and right side y-axis vapor pressure of pure component B is taken. Here curve line, that is the bold line, this line indicate the positive deviation. These lines are positive deviation. If we talk towards the line, dotted line that initiate from x is equal to 1 and finalize at P naught B, here we seeing the bold line, this one indicating the positive deviation and with respect to component A, and this is the line with respect to component B. This line positive deviation indicating the total vapor pressure of solution in the case of positive deviation. Let the solute particle or B written as B and solvent particle written as A. The force of attraction, that is the interaction in solvent particle, we take generally as AA. In the case of B, we take the interaction as BB interaction. If interaction of solvent particle and the interaction between the solute particle is found to be equal to interaction of solute and solvent and solute particle in the solution, at that time the solution is found to be ideal. But in the positive deviation, when the solute and solvent mix together to form solution, the interaction in the solution with respect to solute and solvent particle are found to be decreased. Due to decrease in interaction between solute and solvent present in the solution, the vapor pressure is found to be increased. Therefore, such non-ideal solutions show the partial deviation from ideality. In the binary solution, which show the partial deviation, AB force means interaction between solute and solvent are found to be less as compared to solvent-solvent interaction and solute-solute interaction. In other words, we may say intermolecular force is lowered on mixing, means intermolecular force of solute and solvent in the solution are found to be decreased when two components A and B mix. Thus, in this solution, rate of evaporation of both components increase as expected. In other words, we may say that in such situation, the rate of evaporation of both components increase as compared to the ideal solution. As a result, partial vapor pressure of each component will be greater as expected in the case of ideal solution of same composition. Here some example are given which related to the non-ideal solution which show the partial deviation, like mixture of acetone plus ethanol, mixture of acetone plus carbon disulfide, mixture of water and methanol, mixture of water and ethanol, mixture of carbon tetrachloride and toluene, mixture of carbon tetrachloride and trichloromethane, that is chloroform, mixture of acetone and benzene, mixture of carbon tetrachloride and methanol, mixture of cyclohexane and ethanol. In case of positive deviation, a noticeable change in the volume and heat is observed. Change in volume of mixing is greater than 0. That is, volume of solution is greater than volume of solvent plus volume of solute. Volume of solution is greater than sum of the volumes of the two components. It is due to the decrease in intermolecular forces in the solution. Molecules being loosely held show an increase in volume on mixing. Second, change in volume of mixing. Change in enthalpy of mixing is greater than 0. That is, heat is absorbed in the formation of such solution. It is due to the fact that energy required to break strong AA interaction and BB interactions is greater than energy released in the formation of weak AB interaction. AB interaction means interaction of solute and solvent which present in the solution. Since dissolution process is endothermic, increase in temperature will increase the solubility. For example, there is a binary solution of ethanol and cyclohexane. In ethanol, molecules involve strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Here molecule of ethanol, first molecule, here second molecule, third molecule. So here force of attraction, that is the hydrogen bond, take place between first and second molecule. So here oxygen of first molecule interact with the hydrogen of second molecule of alcohol with the intermolecular hydrogen bond. Similarly, second molecule of alcohol, ethanol, alcohol that is ethanol, interact with the hydrogen bonding with the third molecule. But when cyclohexane is added to the ethanol, the hydrogen, some of the hydrogen bonding are found to be dissociate, that is break. So when cyclohexane is added to ethanol, cyclohexane molecule occupy the space between ethyl alcohol molecules, thereby causing dissociation of some of intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Consequently, the intermolecular force is lowered. The tendency to escape into vapor state increase for both ethanol and cyclohexane. Vapor pressure of the solution therefore become greater as compared to the vapor pressure expected according to Raoult's law.